Hey everyone, it is the first of the month, time for the new release from Technique Junkies. Don't forget, these new stamps are on sale for 15% off until February the 8th. And tonight on my channel, right here at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will have a complete unboxing of all of the stamps in this awesome birthday theme release. If you're like me and you fall in love with every stamp in this set, don't worry, there's a Gotta Have It All bundle where you will save a significant amount by buying the Gotta Have It All bundle. I'll have that link below in my description box. I will be using the Slimline band border for my first card, but first I want to create a background. And so I have from a previous release, Artistic Swipe. I will have all of these stamps linked below in my description box. To create the background for the Slimline band border, I'm using Artistic Swipe, and I'm using several different colors of Catherine Pooler ink. I start with Pucker Up, and I just have this stamp on a acrylic block, and this is a Slimline card panel. I'm using Accent Opaque 120-pound cardstock. The next color that I use is Catching Rays. I'm cleaning it in between each time that I stamp it. Next, I have In the Park, and most of the colors that I use are from the Date Night collection, but I do grab, I think, maybe one that's not in the Date Night collection. This is Cummerbund. I love this stamp. It's going to make an awesome background for our rock band. This one is called Serenade. And in case you didn't know it, you can purchase Catherine Pooler inks at the Technique Junkies shop. And you can use my coupon code TJ10Tracy to save 10% off your inks. Let's go ahead and get to stamping our main image, which is the Slimline band border. Awesome looking rock band. I start with Catherine Pooler Archival ink. I'm using my Tim Holtz stamp platform as well as my pressure tool that I use to help get a nice solid impression, and then I just switch to my hand. And then I also switch to VersaFine Clair ink. Because I am stamping over some existing ink, this VersaFine Clair does well. It's a pigment ink, and it does a great job of coloring up the base ink that I already put down. While I have my inks out, Pucker Up, Catching Rays, and Cummerbund, I'm going to stamp them down on my glass media mat, use a piece of acetate, use some water, blend those ink colors together with my finger, and with the piece of acetate, grab that ink and put it onto this watercolor card panel. And I build this up. I don't show it all on this video, but I do use different colors. You'll see the next colors that I use are Cummerbund and Serenade, and in between I dry with my heat gun. So this is going to go by pretty quickly, and I'm going to show you the end result of 3 panels that I created using this ink smooshing technique. You can see I also directly just ink smooshed onto my card panel. That glass media mat works very well for ink smooshing techniques. So I've got these 3 panels, and this one is really small. I'll probably use it for just some sentiments or something like that. Okay, the next stamp set that I have is a Slimline. It's Slimline Candles. And the ink smooshed panel that I created, which I think looks really cool, reminds me of birthday cake or funfetti cake or something like that. I'm going to use Versamark first. The reason I'm doing that is because this is the first time I've used this stamp, and Versamark seems to help when you have a brand new stamp. You don't have to do this every single time, but with the brand new stamp, I am doing this. Next, I'm going to use VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, and those candles are so adorable. You could do so many things with these candles, not only using them on a Slimline card, but also you could use them on a regular size card. You could color them in each individually. You can cut them out if you wanted to. There's just a lot of possibilities with these candles. And the flame is actually attached at the top of the candle. You can color that in. This looks really nice, I think, and it makes a really pretty birthday card. Now I'm speeding things up here, and I am going to stamp again with Nocturne ink to get that nice dark impression. Now let's get out some embossing powders. I am going to emboss some of my sentiments. The first sentiment that I have here is called Hooray. It actually has one sentiment that says, Hooray, make a wish. And I'm using my Rabbit Hole Design embossing tool, which is telescopic and it has the powder built inside of it. I'm using Versamark ink. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit off camera here, but really all I'm doing is getting my panel ready. And I'm going to be using this brand new to me Hero Arts Ultrafine Black embossing powder. And I got a nice dark impression, but I had a little bit of a boo-boo. So I just used my brush to just dust that off. It was basically the space in between two letters. And then I had another boo-boo where I spilled a whole bunch of embossing powder. What I do usually when this happens, and more often or not it happens with me, I just take a piece of card panel and just brush it off and try to grab as much as I can and put it back into the container. Now with my heat gun, I'll go ahead and heat emboss this sentiment. This is a really nice sentiment. I like how it has the letters kind of spread out in the word hooray. It looks really cool. All right. I'm going to stamp it again with Versamark ink. This time I'm going to go in with a different color embossing powder using my anti-static tool from Rabbit Hole Designs. This helps to get rid of any kind of dust or smudge marks from my fingertips. And basically it does help only emboss the area that you want embossed. Now, my friend Nancy got me this awesome new embossing powder for Christmas. It is purple tinsel. I love it. It's from Ranger. I love all things purple, and this just makes my heart happy. It's so sparkly and so purple. I'm sure I'll be grabbing it over and over again. Notice I didn't spill any of the purple embossing powder. I'm just being really careful with that. I didn't want to lose any bit of that. Now we're going to look at this new sentiment set, Rockstar Birthday Sentiment Set of 4. Here are the 4 sentiments. Happy birthday, Rockstar. You're a rock star. Party like a rock star. And then happy birthday. What I'll do is stamp your rock star across the top, and then I'll emboss happy birthday, and that will be a sentiment strip that I put below the band on the bottom. Same thing as before, I'll be using Versa Fine Clair Nocturne ink, and I am going to speed this up a little bit. It took me a while to get that top sentiment to line up correctly, and what I ended up doing was moving my card panel to the other side of my stamping platform. I'm using a piece of acetate, and I just keep trying over and over again to get it straight, and I am just struggling. And so finally I just decided that it must be the piece of fun foam that I have behind my card panel that is interfering with getting a good stamped image. So then I just rotated everything. You know, you can do this. Just use your platform without any fun foam, especially when you're using red rubber stamps because they have the cushion built into them, and just go ahead and go for it, and you'll be fine with these results. I have the fun foam already stuck down onto my stamp platform with adhesive, so I can't peel it up. And then I also realized I think I had my Tim Holtz lid on the wrong one. There's two options, either clear or rubber. And I think I might have had it on rubber. I might have had it on clear and I meant to have it on rubber. I don't know, but regardless, this is the ticket right here. This is the perfect alignment. I'm happy with how this is. And I'm just going to stamp it, just not emboss it, just stamp it using that VersaFine Clear. And I just hold it up just to eyeball it, just to make sure that it's perfect, because when you come this far into building a card, the last thing you want to do is have a crooked sentiment. And it can be fixed, no doubt, but better save yourself the heartache. So I have some stitched rectangle and scallop stitched rectangle slimline dies. I purchased these a while ago from Trinity Stamp. They are no longer available, guys. I'm sorry. And I have not been able to find them in other places. So you'll just have to, be on the lookout for those. If you see that you find something like this somewhere, I would just encourage you to just scarf it up, because I'm so glad I have them. I have never been able to find a set like it. The matte layer for both of my cards is black pearlescent cardstock. While I'm putting the finishing touches on my cards, I just want to remind you that tonight on my YouTube channel right here at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be having a live where I will be doing a live unboxing of all of the stamps from the Technique Junkies new release. Don't forget, these new release stamps are on sale for 15% off through February the 8th. All other things that you would purchase, you can use my coupon, which is TJ10 Tracy. That's TJ10 Tracy. That'll save you 10% off of all other items. And make sure you check out all of the wonderful stamps over at Technique Junkies. They've got so many wonderful things to choose from for all occasions, great prices, fast, affordable shipping, I must say. This card is for my son. He will be 17 on the 2nd, which is tomorrow. And he does play the electric guitar and the acoustic guitar, and he even dabbles in the bass and the keyboards. The sentiment, I used Wow Embossing Powder Midnight Dream, and for the sentiment strip, I ink blended over it lightly with some cummerbund ink because it just looked too stark white to me. This little matte layer is direct to paper ink. It's from Catherine Puller. It's Serenade. And then I've got Make-A-Wish, which is that purple tinsel embossing powder. And I didn't feel the need for another sentiment. I thought that little mini Make-A-Wish sentiment really was great for this look that I was going for. I think the candles are the star of the show, and I think that little sentiment just really is a nice little accent. I had to get these blocks out because I used watercolor paper and it still is curled a little bit. But that goes away with me keeping the blocks on top of the card. That helps to weigh it down. So yeah, tomorrow is my son's 17th birthday. I hope he likes his "You're a Rock Star" happy birthday card. I can't believe he's 17 already. He just has grown up so quickly, and I can't believe he'll soon be done with his junior year of high school. But I hope he likes this card. He always is very pleased when I make him a handmade card, obviously. And then my second card turned out great as well. Thanks so much for watching today. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Please leave a comment below. I love to read your comments. Let me know what you think about these cards. And please give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to join me tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Time for a live unboxing of all the new release stamps from Technique Junkies. Thanks again. Have a hopeful day. Take care and bye.